Welcome back to BallCourt, World of Basketball. And I know it's World of Basketball and I haven't touched Eurobasket yet, but please believe me, I will. But right now, we got a little bit more home cooking going on. I wanted to talk about a couple of teams in the Big Three that's been showing out. As a matter of fact, after 2 weeks, there's a couple of teams that are sitting 2-0. First off, the Triplets went beating over the Trilogy, 51-41. They played a great game. But is it, not to take anything away from the Triplets, I must say the Trilogy, Jason Terry right now is struggling. In that game, he only had 3 points. In the previous game, he only had 2. With the Jason Terry not being the Jason Terry that we remember from the NBA, could this be a sign that the Trilogy is going to be in danger? And if so, can we discount that win that the Triplets have taken? But either way, they're still 2-0 along with the Power team. All right. Another great game with the Power beating over Tri-State 51-43 to get them to that 2-0 position. One of the games that I definitely felt that I was enamored by watching and actually cheering for, and I got to really get involved with it, was the Killer Threes, being Threes Company, 50-32. This was the big game. And don't get me wrong, I must say Pierre Jackson showed out heavy. He did some big things in that game. And not to mention C.J. Watson putting up another 16 points in that game in himself. This was a great team win, if you would believe. And one thing that I do like about basketball is a team win. Now, these are the three games that I want to highlight in the Big Three. So I just kind of want to touch base. I want to make sure that I got your palate wet for a little bit more home cooking. And not to mention, since we're going to be talking about home cooking, I want to talk about some of our boys out there in LA that have been playing great basketball. And one of the people I definitely want to touch base on is out in the Drew League, one of the great sensations, 6'7" point guard, Lamelo Ball. I know so far in the pilot, in this week 2, and now I have brought up Lamelo Ball, but he has been that extraordinary. I must say, with the No Snacks team, right now is on their way to being the team that is set to actually win the whole thing. And I am actually cheering for them, and I believe that team is going to be one of the better teams going forward. So, definitely, this is one thing that we have to look at the Drew League for, the level of talent that they're putting out. They say no excuse, just produce, and LaMelo has done just that. He has definitely produced, moving his team all the way into the championship, and this is something that we're going to watch for. So keep pushing those snacks. I know, y'all are not playing. But there is some Drew League standouts that I definitely want to go ahead and give a special shout out to. These are the MVPs of the Drew League. So right now, these are the people that are in the running right now. Of course, you got point guard Jonathan Gibson, explosive point guard, keeping people on skates and showing that everybody that he's here to produce and do what he does best. Not to mention Askia Booker, another great guard and another great player out there dominating the Drew League. But this is the one person on that list that I definitely want to go ahead and shout out. This is a hometown hero, a Doolittle favorite. And if you are a fan of the CWN Sports, you know and heard of the man known as Al York. This is one of his personal friends. This is the guy that we know as Pierre Jackson. Yes, he is one of Drew League's standout by himself. And it is great to see one of them boys from Doolittle doing it again, doing it big. Because that's how they play. And my daughter plays at Doolittle. My daughter plays at Doolittle. And that's how they play. They play for real. And so I really enjoy the fact that Pierre's over there doing his thing. Hey, shout out to you. Big props. All right. So I just had to touch base with that in the Drew League, because we got some other things that I just want to also talk about as well. Those ladies that are doing some great things in basketball in the WNBA, and this is that's why I love home cooking so much. That's why I saved them for the last part of it, is they are killing it. Oh, man. I have the pleasure, how shall I put it? I feel that I've been blessed beyond extreme to be here in Vegas during this time. We have the Vegas Aces here playing basketball, and they're not just playing basketball. They're taking basketball to another level. Now, when I watch what Coach Lambert does from one coach to another, I can see that he has taken the details and he said, we're going to go ahead and map out the details. We're not playing opponents no more. We're playing the details. And that's what makes them unstoppable, and that is what makes them so phenomenal. I just want to bring up some scores from last week. We had the Aces over the Liberty, 90-58. That was a complete dismantling of that team. Not to mention the Mystics falling to the Sparks 98-81. Now the Mystics is a great team in itself. Now we know that Deladon got hurt during that game, but that doesn't discount the Sparks any less. They are a phenomenal team and a team that is looking to make a run at the playoffs. Now, we also want to talk about how the Sky beat out the Wings. Now, since the departure of Liz Cambage, I must say the Wings have looked formidable. They've looked as if they can be beaten. And they've proven in every aspect they can be. They have to find something else that they can build off of, clinch on, and now move forward with. Or if not, they definitely look like they're going to be missing out on no playoffs. Now, hold on. Time out. This just in. I've just gotten word that the Aces game has gone final. They have beat the Fever by 3, 74-71. Like I said, Coach Bill Lambert, he's got them working on those details. They're going to be tough to beat at this level. Continue playing like this, ladies. Vegas is behind you. Vegas is behind you. And that was our home cooking. That's going to be our home cooking segment. Hang around with me. We're going to be back talking about some of them great things going on down under. Down in Australia, we have that NBL league, and they're doing some beautiful things. So stick right here with Coach Drew on BallCourt, World of Basketball.